Hey Tactical YouTubers, Condor 5x5 here with a video to announce the survey results. So as you may recall, about 2 weeks ago we did survey number 1 of the series and had some excellent responses from the YouTube tactical community. So we ran survey number 2 a week ago, and survey number 2, actually the number of respondents for survey number 2 exceeded survey number 1. So great success. I think you guys will find the results very interesting. Before I get into the results though, I just wanted to mention what made this survey very different from the first one was that basically all the questions were from the tactical community. So that part was really cool. I thought, this is very, very community driven. All the questions in regards to channels helping to get the word out there, and I'll talk about that in a second as well. So anyway, very, very cool survey. Some of the questions I think you'll find interesting because they actually help provide some insight as to what type of content people are interested in. So it'll also give you a good idea in terms of the type of stuff that people are interested in watching. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I'd like to go ahead and get into the survey results, but first off, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for taking the survey. As always, it's all about the community, it's all about you, so really appreciate taking the time out to answer the questions, take the survey. Thanks for all the comments and for all the feedback as well. It really means a lot, so thanks again. All right, so wanted to give a special thanks to the folks that actually offered the questions, and you'll see their channel names on each question. That was really great of them to take the time out to submit questions and so forth. I think that really made it a lot more interesting and a lot more diverse. Also wanted to give a special thanks to the following channels for their help in getting the word out about the survey. It was due to their help that we were able to really increase the outreach in terms of getting a much larger sampling, a much larger data pool to get better responses and better data. So anyway, here's a list of the channels that helped in the process, and I'm actually going to repeat this slide at the end of the video, so you'll see these channels again. Okay, but the firearms channel, gun websites, Never Enough Ammo, Power Mech, Looking Down a 45, Gun Nut 226, Big Gun 7171, Glock Life, Appalachian Freedom, Hack Jason, JD Bratz, Guns and Gear, and 9 by My Side. So I'm sure that a lot of you, if not all of you, are familiar with these channels, but if you haven't checked out any one of these channels, definitely check them out and subscribe. They've got some great content. And at the end of this video, you'll see these up there again. You can actually click on any of the names to go to the channel. But just wanted to thank all these channels again. I mean, this is really cool. I mean, this is what you really call a collaboration in the community. And it really shows the impact that that can make because there's a lot of outreach, there's a lot of support as a whole, and it really makes it that much, I think, more meaningful. When you've got different people, different channels that are submitting questions, different channels that are helping to get the word out there, and so forth. So anyway, hope that a lot more people get involved in future surveys. All right, so let's start and take a look at the results. So the first question was, how much time do you spend on YouTube per week, including the time spent on making videos? So this was interesting. So it looks like 39% of the people that answered the question spent about 8 to 14 hours per week. Okay, so that was the greatest percentage. The second greatest was 15 to 28 hours per week, followed by 1 to 7 hours per week, then 29 to 42 hours per week. Okay, and then more than 42 hours per week, basically 5%. Okay, so the majority of people spent about 8 to 14 hours per week. Okay, let's take a look at the second question. From the list below, how would you rank the content choices in terms of your interest level? Now, this is a really good question because this helps you think about content for your videos. Okay, if you really want to get a lot of viewers and a lot of people interested and so forth, this shows you basically in terms of what people are interested in. So first and foremost, firearms was ranked as number 1. Gear was ranked as number 2. Knives, number 3. Tactics, number 4. Preparedness and bug out bags or bailout bags, that was number 5. And EDC videos, number 6. Okay. Next question. When watching videos, how would you rank the following in terms of your favorite format? So once again, this question really helps to give you an idea in terms of the format that people like. So the number 1 format that people liked was tabletop reviews. Number 2 was product testing. Number 3, range reviews. Number 4, shooting, or target shooting, so forth. Okay, number 5, discussion. And number 6, slice of life, which is basically the reality-based videos where people, show you a glimpse in terms of their daily life and so forth. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of interesting. I'm sure that some people probably would have thought that shooting or target videos or range reviews might have been higher ranked, but tabletop reviews actually top ranked in terms of the format, followed by product testing. All right, next question. What is your primary go-to home defense option? So the majority of people surveyed said handgun, 55%, okay, followed by shotgun, 25%, followed by a rifle at 10%, and then knife and everything else basically tied at 5%, okay, whether it was a bat, a pipe, or a club, or anything else you might have at home, as well as a knife, those were about the same. Okay, next question. Have you ever taken a formal firearms training class? Here, 58.1% of the people surveyed said yes, and 41.9% said no. Next question. Do you find open carry provocative or positive? Here, 62% of the people said positive, and 38% of the people said provocative. Now, what's interesting about this question also is that depending on your geographic location, that might also have an impact. So it's hard to tell whether or not it's just philosophical or it's based on geography and other factors. Okay. Next question. What is your level of confidence that you could actually use your firearm in a life-threatening self-defense situation? 59.6% of the people surveyed felt that their level of confidence was at 100%. Okay, 27.1% felt it was at 80%. 10.9% felt it was at 50%. 1.2% felt it was at 20%, and 1.2% about the same at 0%. Okay, so more than half the people felt very confident. All right, do you carry a secondary backup firearm? 78% of the people said no, and 22% of the people said yes. Do you belong to the NRA? 57% said yes, and 43% said no. Do you own a handgun? 82.6% said yes, and 17.4% said no. Now, for anyone that answered yes to this question, they had 2 follow-up questions. And the first one was, do you own a revolver? 53.9% said yes, and 46.1% said no. And the second question, what do you prefer? 91% said they prefer a semi-automatic, and 9% said revolver. Okay, so anyway, hope all of you found that survey interesting. Hope you found the results interesting. And like I said, once again, thanks to everybody for taking the survey. It really made a big difference, and it really made it that much more interesting for all your questions that you submitted, for all the people that actually took the survey, and for all the channels that really helped get the word out there. And once again, like I said before, here's a list of the channels that helped to really go out there, go out of their way, post this on their channel pages, and get the information out. So really appreciate all the help that everybody provided. And like I said, I think it really made for a great survey with some. Now, for some of the questions, you could actually go deeper, and you could actually be more granular and be more specific and ask additional questions based on some of the questions that we asked. But we tried to keep the survey, as simple as possible, not make it extremely lengthy. Tried to keep it to 10 to 12 questions. The extra 2 questions, depending if you answered yes or no to number 10. So with that, in the future surveys, we could always get more granular and ask more specific questions on some of those topics. But anyway, yeah, so once again, thanks for everybody for participating. Thanks to all the people that submitted questions. And thanks to all of these channels for really helping to get the word out there. And as I mentioned, you can go ahead and click on any of these channels, and there will be a link that will actually take you to these channels. For all those channels that submitted questions, go back and take a look at those channel names. If you haven't subscribed to those, or if you haven't checked out those channel pages, I would definitely encourage you to check them out and subscribe. Great content. And the same goes for these channels as well. Definitely check them out, and go ahead and subscribe. I think you'll really enjoy the content. Okay, so anyway, that's about it. Once again, just wanted to thank everyone for participating and for watching. In the Pipe 5x5.